Good afternoon. I'm Matt Bonini. I'm one of the partners at Restaurant Solutions. Today, we're going to talk about a frustration point that affects most of our clients. There's a misnomer. Clients call us up and they say that they're frustrated by the fact that their food cost is still high despite the fact that they run weekly inventory. Weekly inventory is a key component to running better food cost. However, if you really want to make true advances in your food cost, today we're going to talk about the next step, which is menu engineering. Menu engineering gives us the capability to take our food cost and to really analyze how to increase our retained earnings with minimal amounts of effort. In a moment, we're going to go through an example where we look at a 39% food cost and we take these key items and we re-engineer them to a 35%. Let's take a look at the example. As you can see in the example in front of us, we have a restaurant that does $1.5 million worth of sales. Food sales come in at 1.125, that's 75%. You'll see that our week-to-date, period-to-date, and year-to-date food cost at 39%. By turning this down to a 35%, you can see the obvious savings. There's more to food cost than simply counting each week. Menu engineering is a concept that takes recipe management to the next level. So let's discuss recipe management for a second. Recipe management is the process where obviously we take a look at the cost of our items as we assemble them to create a menu item. This is a snapshot in time, much like a picture. Menu engineering takes that recipe and then puts the wheels in motion. What it does is it analyzes velocity, which is the sale of the item, the price that I sell it for, and ultimately trending that item week over week so that I understand clearly what to do with that item. In a moment, we're going to analyze specific items and what to do with them over a 12-week period. You can see that with menu engineering, there's typically 4 actions you can take with any item. You can either keep it because it has a high degree of margin and a high degree of sales. Its evil twin is rethink. I've got no margin and no sales. We can either replate it. These become our daily specials. These are items that we have a high degree of margin, but unfortunately they're not selling. My mom's meatloaf. And lastly, reprice. These are our most dangerous items. These are items that we sell on a regular basis with a high degree of frequency, but our margin has been evaporated. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at our menu engineering for our burgers and for our entrees. Now we're going to take the items and we're going to look at a trending report. The beauty about a trending report is that it gives us the capability not to make snap decisions. This allows us to understand whether something is a one-time effect or whether it's a continuous problem over a 12-week period of time. Now, let's take a look at our analysis. As you can see, I've taken these items and I've done it before and after. It's phenomenal what happens when you take a look at the critical few and you re-engineer these items. And by re-engineering, we're either increasing the price of these items or we're changing the cost complexity. This isn't rocket science, this is simple. And it's easy, and as you can tell, it is very, very tangible earnings. So, in closing, I want to remind everybody that sometimes things become so overwhelming for us in our restaurants that we don't know where to start. But by focusing on the critical few, we can make the hugest impacts that are the difference between us going out of business and us thriving. For this and other menu engineering and cost-saving strategies, please contact Restaurant Solutions, your trainer, or sales representative for further information. Thanks, and don't run with scissors.